Alrighty, welcome back guys to another gun build in Modern Warfare. Today we're going to be going with the AS VAL. All you guys know it as a pretty solid gun. It has a extremely fast time to kill for what it is. But normally, if anyone has actually used this gun with just a standard body or without a certain attachment, the recoil to it is extreme, like very, very extreme in magnitude. Not a whole lot of side-to-side bounce, but more so just going like vertical or straight up in the magnitude. All you really do have to drag down. It's easy to control, I guess, but the magnitude is way higher up. So, I mean, all you need is a little bit of practice on like how much you really do drag down on it. Uh, but it's not really meant for longer ranges because of that, because it's a lot harder to hit your shots. In this video, I'm going to be going over how to practically mitigate the recoil to where it's non-existent when it comes to this fast-firing, really hard-hitting assault rifle, and it's actually really solid. So the only thing this gun's actually going to be missing out on is bullet velocity, and I'm going to add the longer barrel to it, even though it doesn't really control recoil or anything. If you see there, because they also wanted to balance it for it having like high recoil and stuff. That's why it has such a high time to kill, and that was supposed to be the one thing that balances it, but it doesn't really work if you can put stuff on it to make that recoil non-existent. So let's go ahead and get into a barrel. You want to go to the VLK 200 millimeter OSA barrel. This will give you damage range, bullet velocity, as much as the really large barrels will. But again, like I said, no recoil control. You're going to miss out on that. And aim down sight speed's been taken down by, I believe, 2 frames. So uh, typical long barrel kind of stuff. Standard for everything. This is actually on the lighter side of handling for assault rifles too. So it won't hit you that hard when it comes to aim down sight. After that, you want to go with your underbarrel. And I do commando foregrip personally, just because I don't want any kind of horizontal side to side kind of bounce to the gun recoil, even though it's not really there when it comes to this gun. I just like knowing that my bullets are going practically in a straight line as accurately as it could possibly can for the barrel. But if you don't want to run that and you don't really care too much about the horizontal side to side bounce, Merc foregrip is a good option. Gives you plenty of recoil control. It's not as heavy as the Ranger foregrip. It doesn't take away aim down sight speed as bad. And it also gives you hip fire accuracy, which you can kind of use more for like a closer range kind of thing. It could save your life in some instances, so you can run that. I'll probably go back and forth on that when I'm actually in game showing this. But yeah, so I'm going to go with Commando foregrip just for now, showing off the build. For here, we want to go to the stock, and this is the attachment that you'll absolutely need if you want to make it to where it has practically no recoil, and is the VOK Strelok, or Strelok, however you want to say that. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. But pros, giving you recoil control, a ton of recoil control actually. Aiming stability is also insanely high, and aim walking steadiness is really good. So this is supposed to be the best stock when it comes to recoil control and stuff. It's not really supposed to be meant for the automatic firing. I don't think the devs actually thought about this. But for the recoil control, it was supposed to be meant for the SPP 10 round magazine, which is a 10 round magazine here. But it turns into a DMR, has higher damage and also has bullet penetration and stuff. So that's supposed to make it to where you have more accuracy for longer ranges with those kind of rounds. Or you can also use the VOK Fin Taz, or however you say that, and that just gives you just straight aiming stability. But this thing is 10 times better for an automatic build, so I want to go with that. We're not switching it to the conversion, by the way. We're just going to keep it on the 5x45 by 39. I believe that's what it is. Yeah. So from there, it's really up to you. You can go with a 30 round magazine. That's what I normally do. Because that is the highest magazine you can get it to. Most assault rifles start off at 30, so that's not really the best thing you want to see from an assault rifle, but that's really up to you. If you don't want to do the 30 round magazine, I recommend putting on sleight of hand. It works just fine there. And optics would be a really good one, since you wanted to get it to where it's more of a longer range thing. I just recommend a reflex sight or a smaller holographic like the AP X5 holographic or times 5 holographic. Not times 5 because it's a holographic, it's still one time scope. But APX5 holographic sight. Yeah, that one looks really good, and it's also Russian made too, so it looks natural for the actual gun here. That's practically what you want to be running. So the VLK Strelok, sleight of hand, so you can get those magazines in there faster. It actually does have a pretty fast reload time. I believe it's just a tad bit over a second. The VLK 200mm OSA barrel uh, for more bullet velocity for longer range engagements. Commando foregrip for the horizontal deal. And yeah, that's practically it. And holographic, like I said, looks really good. And this is a really solid gun when you build it like this. It's actually really, really compatible. I mean, you practically make it to where it doesn't have recoil. It's really, really manageable. Uh, you do still have a little bit of recoil too, but like I said, if you don't really worry a whole lot about the horizontal bit, Merc foregrip, great option. You can also run bipod and have no cons, but you have to crouch or prone in order to use that, so that's really up to you. But yeah, so that's practically the entire build right here. I'll go in the game and use it. Now, one thing I will say, since it is using 5.45 by 39mm, uh, with a slight weight increase, it looks like that for a 30 round mag. I'm reading off the description here, but uh, it is using. No, I don't think it is using that, is it? No, it's not 9 by 39mm. Sorry, I was thinking of a different round. Okay, so never mind. Yeah, it is using a 9 by 39mm round here. So I was going to say you can pair it with an assault or with an AK, but no, that's a different round I'm thinking of. So yeah, so you unfortunately no other gun in this game actually uses the rounds that the AS VAL uses. So that's also another downside to this. For using a gun, you can't actually combo it with any other assault rifle or SMG or a handgun, anything like that, because it has a unique round, I guess, that it uses. So yeah, we'll just jump into the game. It's pretty straightforward. Put on test mode, get some bots in here, and yeah, we'll just go ahead and jump right on in. I was thinking of a completely different gun. I was reading 5 by 45 by 39. That's the rounds for the AK conversion kit, so it's kind of odd. It does not shoot that. Yeah, so we jump on in. This is what it looks like in game. It also has its really cool animation of him looking in the magazine and checking the bolt.
Team deathmatch. You are clear to engage all threats.
Inbound sight speed is okay. It's not incredibly fast, but it's pretty solid. Here they come. Or not, they're coming around back.
We've taken the lead.
Nah, I'm just bad at aiming, gosh. Okay. Ignore that. I'm definitely a pro player. As you can see, the time to kill on this gun is, I mean, just by default, it's good.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's like a really cool gun. This is kind of going along with a really good, like, well-made
Found you.
gun alongside the AN-94 sniper build that I went over a bit before this. This is not a sniper, obviously, but it's just a really solid longer range build for the AS VAL, so you can kind of make it a little bit more viable. Because, you know, the recoil is horrendous when it comes to vertical there. Like I said, it is controllable. You just got to figure out how much you really do pull down on it, since it is so, like, I guess fast when it comes to, like, the barrel climb there, so.
I remember you.
But yeah, this makes it a pretty solid gun. So you can go from there. You can swap off the Commando foregrip if you don't want it. Merc foregrip will work. Let me drop this down. I'll kill it. Yeah, so if you do run this gun, since it doesn't have anything to pair it with and it only has at most a 30 round magazine, scavenger or an ammunition box or something that can give you ammo some possible way. You see that? That fella just straight up just started floating. He said, "Forget this. I ain't running. I'm floating now." But yeah. So you would want to run something that's like scavenger ammunition box, something that gives you more ammo because you're going to be running out of it fairly quickly. I mean, it does put the bullets to good use. It kills them insanely fast. I mean, look at that. That's outside the damage range.
Got you.
Like, this thing is an absolute monster. So yeah, you guys get the idea. It's pretty solid. Apparently, every single Russian-made assault rifle in this game is an absolute beast. This gun is an absolute monster. You also got the AN-94, like I said. You can turn into a dang sniper rifle, assault rifle, which is insane.
Running low.
Or DMR rather. It's not really a sniper rifle. It doesn't kill people in one shot, but it kills them fairly fast, like
Specialist achieved.
the DMRs or like the marksman rifles. So. Yeah, so it's pretty solid, pretty solid. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I mean, this one should be a little bit faster than the AN-94 video. Because, you know, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. It's pretty straightforward for the actual gun there. It's nothing like insane going over all like really special stuff. It's pretty straightforward for the AS VAL here. So hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys want to recommend any kind of other gun build or anything that you haven't seen or you want to see something interesting be made out of it, let me know. I've done a video going over the Renetti. I don't have to go back. I'm not sure if I actually got in the build video for it. I can't really recall, but I'll see about that. You can build some crazy stuff out of the handgun there. It's actually really solid. Just by the base instead of using like its 3-burst barrel. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Yeah, so if you guys want to see anything from any other kind of gun that you haven't really thought about, like any kind of builds or how it could be used, you know, let me know. I'll go over it, find some really cool stuff. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.